on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier on. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The sprawling metropolis of Dallas, Texas is our setting tonight, as seen from above. Greetings, everyone. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats from Morant.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Iguodala and Jackson Jr. at the forward slots. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. And for Dallas, Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. And it's Powell in at the 5 spot. Here's Jackson, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Here's Valanciunas. Good work there as it goes. All-Star Weekend coming up, Chris. We're seeing a lot of campaigning to get guys voted into the big game.
Yeah, that's the world we're living in right now. I can't say that I was a big fan of that. You know, guys kind of tooting their own horn and trying to say, look at me, look at me. But again, if I have to put on my other hat, I would say the competition is so close. These are the best players in the world that are just separated by 0.1 of a block or 0.1 in points. So maybe sometimes you need to grab that megaphone and let people know, hey, I'm in a small market, I'm over here, or hey, I was hurt, but I'm playing well this year. And so I don't mind it, because at the end of the day, players, fans, and media, they get to decide, and hopefully it balances out. Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Here's Porzingis, and that one drops for him. Porzingis has got 6 points.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Iguodala kicks to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's Valanciunas. Basket counts.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
Passes it to Porzingis. Over Jackson. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. 8 points for him.
He's not easing his way into this game. He's coming out hot. 4 for 5 right out the gate.
Pass to Morant. And he converts the layup. Morant's got his second basket of the game.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. He can't hit that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
Doncic, count that one.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Defensively, they'll be focused on Luka Doncic. The young point forward and rookie of the year is so crafty attacking and creating shots for himself and others. Kevin, they'll have to be just as smart as Doncic in covering him and trying to contain him.
Thank you, David. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Doncic. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. .149 left in the first quarter. Buries the long-range jumper. Mavericks trailed by 5. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebounded by Jackson.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
And Bryant kicks to Morant.
2,000, we're not even out of the first quarter. That's not a good pace to set.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
Here's Morant following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. 13 feet away. The three. Jackson misses. Mavericks trailed by 3. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Here's Porzingis. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
They get it back. Got a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. .35 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Grizzlies with another miss. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. No good from Lee.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Here's Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porzingis has got 16 points.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Morant passes to Bryant. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Grizzlies lead by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson is out there with Rab, and it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brooks with no one around. The three-pointer is right on target. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
I love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. I mean, he's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
So for Dallas, their last game a win against the Pacers. From the stripe, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And for Memphis, they're shooting impressively throughout at 62%.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for J.J. Barea. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Bryant. Iguodala comes in for Jackson. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Brooks. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Oh, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
Here's Iguodala. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, man, the long arms of Iguodala, such an asset, converting around the painted area.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. It's stolen by Curry. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dallas. The Grizzlies also making a change. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Iguodala.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's Doncic. Well, the NBA is entertainment. You know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Grizzlies have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Pass to Rab. Allen outside. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Doncic, a rebound by Rab.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
The drive by Allen over Hardaway. Here's Valanciunas.
In his native Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas is the star for his national team, making his debut at age 19, becoming the leader for his country.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooks subbed in for Morant.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Right against Allen. To the inside. Behind Divine Valanciunas. Gets it to him. Three-pointer. Allen's shot is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Grizzlies up 1. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second, and that does it for our half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Doncic in at the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Jackson misses. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. It's a 1-point game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
For Dallas, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Here's Allen. Up and in on the layup. Allen's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Grizzlies shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. One-on-one fast break. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
That's tipped. Here's Morant. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Morant's got 12 in the game. Here's Doncic. Banked in off the glass. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Chris, you know a little something about that power forward position. Who do you think will be the best at that position in let's say 3-5 years from now?
Wow, it may be who's the best at that position now will continue to be, and that's Anthony Davis. He can do it all. He was a point guard in high school, and what that gave him was ball handling skills, lateral quickness, and a mentality of a small guy. And we all want that as big fellas, that mentality, because you have the height. You just need to believe that you could do it on all ends of the floor, and he can do it defensively, offensively. He can coach. He could be your trainer as well, get guys healthy. I think AD could do it all.
Good explanation. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Count it.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. That shot off the mark. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Mahinmi's checked in for Memphis. Brooks comes in for Andre Iguodala. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
On defense, the Mavericks. Memphis moving it around. Brooks finds Jackson. Lock at 6. Got a piece of it. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Jackson passes to Morant. Back to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Grizzlies have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And he hits the first of 3. And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Mavericks have gone as spotless, 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. The pass to Brunson. Knocked away. Stolen by Jackson. For the tie. That's good on the jump shot. Jackson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Lee. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Absolutely relentless. Driving to the rim. Brooks wasn't going to be denied.
Barea, the pass to Kleber. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got 3 assists tonight.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Barea, and that one's good. Morant.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
To the middle. A nice shot by Barea. Barea's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Brooks outside. Fader on the way. That one a little long.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Passes it to Jackson. Over Barea, and Jackson gets it to go. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And how about the attack mode mentality that Jackson possesses? You can see there, even on the mid-range, he is looking to be aggressive.
No good from Finney-Smith.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Grizzlies haven't made a mistake at the line yet, 10 of 10.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
45th pick in the 2017 draft. Remember when Brooks led Oregon to the Final Four?
Wright finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
He's done everything they've asked for tonight. I mean, it's all because of all the work he's done that this game is even close.
Three-pointer, Brooks. It's off. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Iguodala. Rab is out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Allen in at the 2. And that one drops.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Iguodala kicks to Allen. Valanciunas inside. Count the basket. Valanciunas has got the game tied up here for Memphis.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Iguodala. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Porzingis is coming in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Wright. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Curry. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Josh Jackson. Off the inbound. And Morant will lay it in.
Man, I love watching this kid play. Morant, he's just electric at the offensive end. He's having a night.
Powell, the pass to Brunson. Powell kicks to Doncic. Hardaway with the bounce pass. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Just a terrific all-around scoring effort from him. I mean, it's because of that they're even in this game.
Morant passes to Allen. Right side Jackson. Porzingis with the block. Hardaway against Allen. Dallas moving it around. Here's Morant. A three-pointer off the mark for Dallas. They've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Takes the assist and lays it in.
Timeout.
Picked out the pass nicely. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night. Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game. Fellas?
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Allen. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Kicks to Morant. Valanciunas inside. Brunson covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy. And he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Doncic with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And Doncic gets it to go.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Here's Morant, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Mavericks leading. Inside, here's Porzingis. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Porzingis with the block. Hardaway goes in. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
Valanciunas misses from short range. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, yeah, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Oh, man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
9 feet out, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Doncic feeling it out. Can't hit from in close. It's Morant in the corner. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge,